Hello, I'm Karen O'Connor from the Earth Fire Alliance. I'd like to thank Amazon Tech for the invitation to speak with you today about a new era of wildfire detection. We formed the Earth Fire Alliance in 2024 as a global nonprofit organization aiming to deliver high-fidelity data to support decision-making on fires on the ground and to help agencies to intervene early on potentially destructive fires, and overall to better understand the impact wildfires are having in our world. We are doing this through our flagship program, FireSat. It's a satellite constellation specifically designed to monitor wildfires globally, and it will be launched over the next few years. We plan to make this data accessible across the globe for the fire community, for decision makers, for fire scientists and ecologists, and for the public. The goal of this public good capability is to have a positive impact and make positive change on wildfire outcomes. We all know that wildfires are becoming more frequent and more destructive, and it's only expected to get worse over the next few decades. Wildfires are a natural part of many ecosystems. They are also expanding into regions that are not well adapted for fire and pushing many of those ecosystems out of balance. We at Earth Fire Alliance believe that monitoring fires in more detail can reduce the potential for disasters. It can provide early warnings to communities worldwide. It can help to prioritize protection of key ecosystems. It can improve understanding of wildfire and climate relationships, and it can provide insights for improvements in wildfire risk reduction. The space-based data that our agencies and communities currently rely on to make decisions come from some amazing satellites and systems. But those systems were developed to address a variety of needs that are not purpose-built to address the current challenge of intense wildfires that often start small, move fast, and impact our communities and ecosystems very quickly. We started our journey by talking with the fire community about what they needed, and we used that to build a system that was fit for purpose. From more than 200 conversations with first responders and land managers, a clear need for the community was for early and accurate information about wildfires. These conversations drove the design of the mission that Earth Fire Alliance has been conducting to make sure that we could get trustworthy, timely information to first responders. This slide provides an outline of what we're aiming for with the full FireSat constellation. We'll be able to see fires as small as 5 by 5 meters. That's about the size of a classroom. And we'll be able to see those fires at low intensity and monitor larger, more intense fires at the same time. At full deployment, the constellation will be able to capture images in all fire-prone regions on Earth every 20 minutes. That means that every fire agency in the world can have full situational awareness of fires in their region every 20 minutes. And we're aiming for high confidence and low false positive rates, which was a clear need we heard from the fire agencies. Agencies do not want to send precious resources out to search for fires that may not be there. And with that accuracy in mind, the system has also been designed to be able to see through smoke right to the fire line and potentially through a lot of clouds as well, which will give unprecedented visibility of every fire. The sensor in our system has been designed to image across 5 spectral bands, and this is what helps us to see small fires, measure fire intensity, and be able to see through cloud and smoke. In March this year, along with our technical partners Muon Space, we launched the first FireSat protoflight. This is the demonstration satellite for the future FireSat constellation. It really was an exciting moment that has been a number of years in the making. We're planning to launch a sequence of these satellites to extend the constellation over the next few years. And we're now starting to get some of the first images down from the protoflight. We will use these images to work closely with early adopters, including multiple agencies across Australia, the United States, and Portugal, to ensure that we have a smooth path for integration of the FireSat data into operational decision-making. And we'll do all of this while we're preparing to launch further satellites in the constellation. This image from the FireSat protoflight is of a small grass fire taken in Oregon on June 23rd. Local on-ground reporting confirmed that this fire never grew larger than half an acre, and it was not detected by other space-based systems or even surveillance aircraft in the area. But FireSat saw it. The ability to detect fires while they are still small and low intensity is a key capability that the fire community identified for FireSat. And this image demonstrates that FireSat can deliver on that need to catch fires at their earliest stages before they grow into major threats. This picture was taken over the Northern Territory in Australia on July 11. It's not too surprising that this FireSat image includes multiple active fires, given that at this time of year in Northern Australia, it is the shoulder between cultural burning practices and the ramp-up of the fire season. This image really demonstrates FireSat's capability to monitor widespread fire activity across large landscapes and showcases FireSat's ability to provide regional fire intelligence to enable response efforts across simultaneous fire events. FireSat's mid-wave infrared channel identifies numerous distinct active fire areas and burning fire fronts scattered throughout the region. And both the mid-wave and long-wave IR channels reveal variations in the surface temperature across the landscape, providing environmental context alongside precise fire detection. This is a fire in Ontario, Canada, and it was imaged on June 15, 2025. The top image, labeled mid-wave IR, identifies quite an intense active fire, as you can see in the yellow bright spots. You can see how different that looks compared with the less intense fires I showed you in the previous images. The bottom image, labeled long-wave IR, shows the intense active flames to the east, but also another area of heat to the west. That area of heat is a burn scar from 5 years ago. These burn scars are often warmer than the surrounding areas due to the lack of vegetation. So this image demonstrates FireSat's ability to provide comprehensive insights throughout the wildfire's life cycle, and it gives further context for fire agencies making real-time decisions about how to respond to current fires. We plan to provide 4 basic data products: fire perimeter to support efficient allocation of resources, fire radiative power to help understand and reduce the impact of intense fires on the landscape, fire progression to support frontline responders and the public with accurate awareness of the fire, and early fire detection hotspots, locating and sharing the information about small new fires as soon as possible. So when will FireSat data be available? Over the next year, data from Protoflight, which recently launched, will be used to work with early adopters to improve data flow and integration. During that time, we will initiate the build of the next 3 satellites, which will go live for key geographies sometime next year. And from there, we will look to build out the constellation in phases with an aim for global coverage with timely data refresh by 2029. The initial low latency collection regions will mirror where we have early adopter fire agencies already in place and ready to help us to test and roll out operational data. Additionally, we plan to collect daily data in regions we consider to have high climate impact, including the Amazon, boreal, and Indonesian peat forests. We call ourselves an alliance for a reason, because we could not do this by ourselves. So I'd like to finish by thanking all of our supporters who have been part of this work from the early days, including philanthropic funders, scientific organizations, and frontline fire agencies. Without them, none of this would be possible. We do this with and for all of those who devote their time to supporting communities and ecosystems on the ground. Thank you.